What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is Rexsi here today. We are back once again with another sweaty Saturday. I am recording this one. Alright, Trilly, I see how it is. Very start of my video. Thank you, bro.
LMAO, this guy blows.
Alright, lovely. So, recording this because I'm going to be in America this weekend, just for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So, need to get some stuff done. We start off with a little Oler mirror here. So with Oler mirrors, there's quite a few things you could do. I mean, some people have some niche strategies, but overall, my preference is I like to go med. Because they reduce cooldowns late game. Beads are nice as well, you can start with them if you're not as comfortable, but early game sustain, you know, you're not going to instantly die from one combo, typically, if you're Oler. So early game, having the med just for sustain, and just consistently getting the buffs. Pretty important. Start with Transcendence, of course. And then it could also force them to get anti-heal as an option. We get Transcendence into our breastplate Hydras. We give us 30%, which is what we will be rocking the whole game. Hello, sir. Holy mirror, I've never done one of these for Sweaty Saturdays. Wow, we're up against an interesting Oler. What? What? Was he watching my stream? I'm gonna let him jump in, which actually aggroes the creeps, but he does have a lot of HP. He's gonna out-sustain us as well here. Okay, gets me off. Man is definitely gonna be... Dude, this guy's... being a little shit! Always gotta be careful about standing on waves, too. The front creeps will get those. We're gonna jump on this. That auto attack off. He's very low on mana. He's gonna look to jump in place. It's fine. He's got a lot of HP to work against. That's our main issue, but he also meant multi-potions, which I do not suggest on Oler. Even in Conquest, you need the mana. Like, Oler is one of the few gods, or like ADCs rather, that you need to... He has no mana here. Gonna use our shard here. He knew he had no mana. Had he axed me there, he would have died. I'm gonna win. It's Sweaty Saturday. What do you mean? He's going a completely different Oler build that I'm not used to. We still have our mana pot ticking, so we are actually gonna go straight to the blue. Oler mirrors are definitely like a special little breed of duel games. Thank you, Troy, for the 91 months, bro. Almost 100. Jesus. Should've waited until there's mods there. So his horrific is... Oh yeah, you're a mod. Oh. So his horrific is actually going to do pretty decent against our med. That might have been his idea there, knowing that I was going to go with that. Also helps secure his axes. That additional HP, as well as it's going to give him cooldown. Now he does not have to worry about mana. He's got Blackthorn, as well as the blue buff, so... Always focus front targets first, but he is going to not do nearly as much damage as us. We're going to walk towards where he needs to jump. Alright. Things are up. Perfect. Boom. Hey, get over here. I'm gonna group them up and go for the 3-1. There. Now we back. Get first 2 defense into Chalice. Chalice is still important regardless of what god you are. You just need to know the good time to actually buy it. Honestly, him not going med is kind of surprising. With all that HP as well. Click. The main reason that I do flick more than other people is not only because of trick shots. I know, I'm a little trick shot McGee. I'm gonna back up here. We're just gonna reset for red buff and have second tier defense. Having second tier defense is very nice.
Maybe I'll hold out.
Especially with the new tier 2 passes. Is it sub only? Oh no. So then yes, please. Yeah, second tier defense gives you the 10% cooldown now. And having those extra little protections is also useful. So you gotta be careful with auto-attacking, because it does actually slow you down. Which makes it easier to hit an axe, like that. Active as well. But he's gonna engage there. But yeah, if you stop moving when you think someone's gonna axe... Oops. If you stop moving, and then just juke like when they think you're gonna auto-attack, that's a very easy way to bait someone. He just was walking at me. That MP5 is going to be really nice for him, though. He did that because I could see him there. Just a little mana to spare. That was bold as shit of you. Yep. Maybe you thought I disengaged? Not really sure. There we go. Lost red, but that's no biggie. First kill's definitely worth. Still pick a bloom will already be 30% cooldown. I need a medkit. Zero on hydras. At this point, I could also... I'm gonna try this. I don't typically do this very much. Level 10, you can get the 500 pot. And with the lead and the ability to snowball, it might be worth my while. I should have been putting points into my ult. I didn't notice that I didn't. Whoops. He's got defense now. I'm very glad we got that kill because this additional HP. The 50 MP5 is kind of fucking nuts. But it can be hard to hit an Uller axe if the enemy Uller activates this too. So it's definitely a skill check. Yes, ban. Try to use minions for advantage there. Walk over between it. You can always wait for the jump. Being in melee range is an easier way to secure the axe as well, of course. That goes without saying. We're gonna miss some creeps though.
Your middle tower is under attack.
And that's more important than anything. Buddy, double back. Be careful auto attacking like that because it's easier for him to hit that axe. No kill potential here. I don't think it's worth the wait for this either. Since we're level 12, we can back. Second tier Hydras is very good. Get the beads, and we'll be ready for the fight for red. I use my abilities as I walk at a base, because using an ability in the opposing stance reduces it by 1 cooldown. 1 second. That's why I'm always spamming at a base, depending on what's up. gotta full tier Hydras because we get the 500 pot. A lot of Uller mirrors are poking when your abilities are up. Okay, walking in a straight line is also a faster way to kill, of course. Beat him in here a bit. Still up mid. He's like hitting the needle in the haystack with these auto attacks. Both have beads. I'm actually gonna jump over and then mid to bait him forward. Part of me really wants to dive him, but... Okay, that was where I was aiming. Damn. Yeah, just enough, man. That was greedy of me. Who would have thought diving tower is not the play? That is a bit unfortunate. I do like Dom better personally in Uller mirrors, but it's up to you. Dom or Titans. I like Dom just because a tiny bit of extra attack speed's nice. Yeah, 10 minutes is better. Still has beats up, which stinks too. Missed an entire wave for that. So that wasn't worth in most accounts. I mean, pretty much all of them. Only acting to reduce the cooldown of the one. We're gonna back immediately for a second through Dom and then run to the tower. I've got to play like he has all this additional HP. Like, I'm not playing like it. He has the advantage right now. He's actually got a decent bit of a lead. Pulls a gold lead. I lost that 500 pot. I don't think a 500 pot was worth just because he simply has so much health. Heal potential wasn't nearly as high as... Without that kill potential, might not have been worth. You also gotta deal with that sustain, because he built a full Azzy off of that. Like, look at how little our abilities do now. We back up when we get close to him so that he misses the 3. Then mix the axe on purpose. These are Hydras procs and just disengage. Re-engage based on cooldowns. And you think he's gonna axe? Just walk in a straight line. So let's jump up. And there we go. Boom, that's his beats too. Perfect. I didn't pick up the orb? What happened? The hell? We're gonna tank this just for a little bit. Their Hydras proc. Get the minions. There we go. Tank a tiny bit, and then we still get the Phoenix and the red buff. That's how it's done. I'm gonna be racing into the tower? Yeah, I know, but I'm doing sweaty Saturdays. I gotta restrain myself. Ooh, he flicked too hard. Honestly, I think going a beat stick here before I finish my dominance is probably better. To rush that anti-heal as I'm trying to siege, maintain my lead. Percentage pen is the most important thing on the planet now after 9.5. Who's up as well? And we can just chill till we get it anyways. I'd love to fight. Boom. Ult your Dom. Oh, Machete, it has been a while.
Yo,
Before
been
you.
a while.
Lotto sounds so sad. I very much prefer this build over his. You just have to account for the additional health that he has until you have something to deal with that. Yeah, a little... It can catch you off guard, especially if you play Holy Mirrors consistently. Look at that wrist. Boom. Hiya! Remember what I told you guys about the walls? These are Hydra's procs. Oh, that would have been so clean if I killed off of that, though. Oh my god, that would have been so clean. Fuck. Oh. That would have been awesome. Auto cancel into that 3, but as you can see, auto attacking slows me down and makes me a little more susceptible to getting hit. Just like that. Which kind of stinks, kind of stinks. You know, it makes it easier to just hit those abilities. But you gotta just factor in your auto cancels with... I don't think he has time to do that. The auto cancels in with whatever's worth in the situation. Yeah, odds are he wouldn't stay there. In the back for second tier Hydras, which is 950. He did beads there, if I'm not mistaken. This is anyone's game now, but Artigo's gonna do a ton for me. Late game Ola can be scary because even if, unless you're snowballing extremely hard, if you get late game, one Ola axe could be that. Now the kicker for life or death, right? Once my med is upgraded though, it's definitely gonna be huge for us. We just have to get to that point, right? Poking them out. We got one auto on the there. Those are axes down, so a little bit. Hydra's procs to our advantage, of course. I'm protecting that is gonna kill him. So, pull to your Heartseeker now. Like to get upgraded beads here, I think. Could honestly, if you really wanted to win and we have beads up, we could just kind of jump past them and end. I really don't think he can stop us. I'm not going to, you know, just because that's not usually my thing. Sweaty Saturday's charging. And boom, when someone jumps in place, wherever they're gonna land is just pretty much a free ability, as long as it's relatively... early on as the jump's landing. Otherwise, yeah, that's good for straight line abilities as well. It's Wednesday. I know what day it is. I'm going to your country here this weekend. Don't remember, but he's on the list, so. I think I wrote it down on my other computer. But he's on there, meaning he did something bad.
Minions have spawned.
He's on the list, he's typically a piece of shit. I should know what mana. Got us playing CERN. So yeah, we're gonna stay in this stance because it gives additional power. Could also go the slowing stance. We need help with our auto attacks, but I'm not too worried about that. And then also early game. What the hell? He started horse shard? I also like to go the sustain one too.
Your middle tower is under attack.
I need beads seconds. Really regretting this mana pot, dude. It's not even funny. So distracted by the comment. Alright, he got me.
I just want to make a point.
It's a shame. Multi-potions would have actually helped quite a bit there. I'm not gonna lie to you. Being able to actually have more HP, he was able to sustain even more than us, even when we had our one stance basically ready. Honor is a very, very much better character than CERN. By a decent bit. Use our sustain for advantage. Didn't start golden sharp. Odd. Oh, you're shitting me.
They managed to scrape me. How can this?
That wasn't very cash money of you.
Alright. Not the best of starts here. We're gonna wait for a chalice. I can't believe I wasn't able to kill it. I should have. I don't play CERN enough. I should have switched to my power stance once I actually hit him there. The extra damage would have been very, very useful. I am a little bit.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Now that was a big brain play.
Alright, there we go. Fat revenge kill for 2 kills over us, which is good. I had a feeling he's going to try and dive us there. Going straight into breastplate, so we shouldn't be looking to be aggressive here. So we get our defense a little bit online. And then Azzy will help us with a lot of sustain. We did not beat him yet, no. Then we could either go Berserkers. I do like breastplate just for the additional cooldown overall. Not as much as this guy, clearly. Let's see if I can find out what he's the reason why he's on the list. Oh, I'll have to open it through a separate thing on my other computer. Whatever. Figure it out later. I also don't really like putting points in the ult. Yeah, see that base damage that on her gets? We're gonna reset tier 1 defense, his abilities are down so we can't stop our back. Tier 1 breastplate here. And I'll be ready for the fight for red. It's gonna be a bit of a mixed battle for the fight for red, but we're gonna save our dash when we're on this. Fast. Now that we have sustain, I'm actually gonna stay my Azzy sustain. He's half health for the fight for red is what I like. Impales down. As he did proc. We can just wait for our 2 to be up. And da 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 da. Did. He did! There we go. That is what we needed. Still very risky fighting him when he has defense. Even tower diving, if you have full defense, tower damage is physical damage, so. Always have to keep that in mind. There are some people that actually prefer to level the 3 over the 1. I don't really suggest it unless you're like a very niche CERN main. Dash does a boatload of damage, like way more than you'd expect. But still, it's, you know, like putting points into the 3 over the ult is actually somewhat ideal. In terms of actual DPS. Fucking, I'm trying to educate my audience. Can you go away? Oh, yeah, it does go down. Soon we're gonna start using the pen stance. Although is it flat? Oh my god, wow. Okay, yeah, never mind. Max the 1. Hawken. 9.5 revert, 25 reduced protections a hit. You're on crack, my guy. Ain't no way that isn't useful as shit. Yeah, that doesn't actually affect the tower. Sidestep his ass. Into a 505. Alright. Little trade there. Alright, okay, I'm sorry. You're right. We're gonna go into Exy next for the anti-heal. I mean, it also, you have to factor in, you know, your positioning and the god you're up against. Like, if you're up against a melee character, I would probably max the 3 before the 2, or before the 1. At least put a couple points into it. Just because it kind of confirms they have to get close to you, as opposed to like an ADC. He also went a 500. He went 2 500 plus. That's 1,000 gold right there. It is preference, yes. Reposition ourselves like that. Oh!
Your middle tower is under attack. Your middle tower has
I don't have advice for that one.
your middle
That was a little just fucking unfortunate. Yeah. That's true. That's very niche though. I don't think people would need to know about that.
has been destroyed.
And fucking dual orb. My homies hate the dual orb. Red Pot's doing a lot for him. He's doing a good job at baiting with the... God, D3. And my ult. No! I meant the 3, not ult! Oh my fuck! And I lost. Well, I'm not gonna win every tryhard game, unfortunately. I misplayed that a little bit. The 500 bots kind of carried his ass. Damn, GG's. Yeah, bad matchup, but still could have played it better. Ah, tough. Connor picking the collie.
Thing is, the world does revolve around me.
So, this time we're gonna start multis and not screw up the early game. We're gonna start off with a beads, most likely. As much as horrific is good against Kali. And most characters for the slow. Kali does have the slow immunity. Having the beads early game, especially with the fact that Apollo is a pretty big counter. Pretty decent counter to Kali, as we can just 2-or the second that she gets close. Maintain our distance. I absolutely hate this matchup when I play Kali, that's for sure. So I'm sure this guy's gonna have a lot of fun. Because think about the options that you even have, right? She could blink on me, but as long as I react relatively accordingly, I could just mez. Like, boop, 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 boop. There's the mez. And then dash away.
have spawned.
And by the time the mez wears off, it lasts for up to... no DR, it lasts for 2.3 seconds. Like, what the hell? I could just jump away in that time. Just dash, and he's not catching me. So we're gonna dash through, because the dash actually applies to our passive. So we get it as we go, hit the big minion, and then the small creeps will follow along. He's looking for an early game advantage, so we have to be a little careful about that. She's full in on the early game, so that's why she went tier 2 heavy mace, so she doesn't have much sustain. Here on mids, but she did just jump. If she doesn't hear me coming, she could die here. Still on it. Boom. And boom. There we go. She didn't expect it. She probably thought I was going towards my blue. But since I heard her dash, I took advantage of it. Typically the combo with Apollo is you mez auto cancel into the 3. You do have to be a little careful with it.
Choice.
Because if the opponent has enough, you know, instant abilities to hit you before you end up dashing. If your dash gets caught, you're in a bad spot. But typically, you have time to auto-attack and then do that. Is you just mez, and until you actually hit them or they take damage, it will not break the mez. Similar to like a Kumba 3. Yeah, see she gets close, auto cancel, boom. There. Keep our distance, and then with Fatalis, this matchup's even worse, dude. Like, low-key kinda feel bad for the guy. But he's playing Kali, so I mean, I don't feel so bad. So only one tick is gonna kill her, but we don't have much mana. That's all we have. It's our best bet there. No. Nope. No, 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 no. Bad Rexsi. Bad! No! This is the sweaty video.
How does a weapon enhance my magic?
We totally don't throw like we did last game, trying to beat someone that's a scumbag. Yeah, I mean... my bloodlust almost looked too fucking far and didn't see the 2-minute mark. By the way, YouTube, if you have any suggestions, things you would like to see, say a god class or a god type, you know, for the Sweaty Saturdays, do not hesitate to ask in the comments. That is why he counters Kali. Oh my god! Okay.
Guy was a bum.
I was about to say that was the most calculated jump. Not diving. I'm doing Sweaty Saturday. I gotta be professional, boys. You know, I gotta... I'm trying to educate people. Not to dive towers. Unless you can do a 360 no-scope. Depends on your confidence. I kind of want to do Warriors next time. I think next Saturday I'm going to do Warriors for the Sweaty Saturday. I do want to try a couple different builds that I've seen floating around. It's so difficult to figure out the exact builds that are meta at the moment, because things just fluctuate so heavily based on the changes. Gotta stop buying mana pots. That's a bad habit of mine. As most of you know. I do that a lot. I know I call it my lucky mana pot, but it's not gonna be your lucky mana pot. You're gonna fucking die. When you could just use sustain and golden shard to your advantage without even having to buy golden bow, like... much better. Much, much, much. Just trust me. Just trust me, bro. Trust me by not doing what I usually do. I mean, I still win these. So much damage. The red buff's so important. Yeah, that's another thing you have to do. It's 2's down, boom, boom. Or it's 3's down, sorry. It's done. We knew that, so... baited him forward. Let him walk towards us. And then killed him. We're gonna go Berserkers just because I like Silver Wrench and Apollo. But yeah, you might watch me for advice. I don't typically do these tryhard videos too often. I'm starting with the Sweaty Saturdays, but... I prefer to just kind of dick around and have fun because it's Duel. I mean, I do know what I'm doing, obviously. To a pretty high level. But I do a lot of dumb things. So, pay attention to the things that I do well and good. Even if I don't explain them in my normal videos. That's a good way to learn. That's how I did it. I used to watch, I'm gonna try and stun me as I turn the corner. For distance, out of the range of the stun, and then hit him. When I first started trying to learn Duel, I watched nothing but Tide Time and watched a lot of Sam the Dude. We're gonna back, just we're ready for that red. Second tier defense is important. But I would just watch them, and it wouldn't just be, oh, like, he's telling me to do this, I should do this. He's telling me to build this, I should build this. You know, like it shouldn't just be one straightforward build. It shouldn't just be one engagement that you're basing things off of. You have to look at the person's mistakes as well. So even mine, I mean, I make some major mistakes just by diving tower and doing stupid stuff. But I like to do it for content, and it's been fun for me. That's just me personally. But even me, in simple engagements where it's not just some sort of bullshit where I'm diving and killing myself. You know, like an obvious mistake. Let's say, like, I misplay it once and I could have beads in a certain situation. Like, take account. Take that into account. Boop. Boop, boop. Just ult this up. We could have ulted out here, but I don't think we need to, because we're out now. Okay, and he jumped it. I timed it right, but he did jump it. So for example, right there, I would look at that and be like, oh, well, he probably should have just ulted out, because he would have survived. And that's exactly what would have, you know, worked. Yeah, exactly, Machete. It's just paying attention to... You can listen all day, non-stop, to all your favorite YouTubers explain away. I'm gonna ult this because her jumps down. She just have her 3, but... Do you have beads? Wow, she just jumped. She has 30% cooldown. Whoops. Okay, and no backing animation. Interesting. You can listen. You can sit there day to day, listening to your favorite YouTuber rant about basic ass shit. And you probably already kind of know. We're like, oh yeah, I get that. That makes sense, you know.
Excellent choice.
Are we thinking horrific here? Sprint. But it'll only help you to some degree because you're just gonna be sitting there thinking to yourself like, oh, this person said it. Intersect told me that I have to do this in this specific situation, or Mass told me that. Oh, like I should, you know, do this in this specific time. And there's a lot of education in that, and there's, you know, they're great YouTubers, and a very good source of information, especially when you're, you know, learning the game and shit. But you gotta translate that to when you're actually playing, and a good way that I found with it is to, when I'm watching a YouTuber, I used to question, you know, what were they doing wrong in a situation? What were they doing correct? Why did they do a specific thing? That's the go-to, right? And when you do that, you'll stop for a second a lot of the times. Okay. Gonna sprint to convert that. Big ult's down now. We have sustain. I saw him that way because of his Sparky there. But it's a good habit of getting used to. That's how I personally improved at the game myself. Anytime I do something wrong, I would ask myself, you know, what went wrong in that situation? What did I do incorrectly? I should have went Fatalis, by the way, instead of this Eggsy. I was thinking Eggsy because he has Serrated, and I wanted to get anti-heal online. But overall, Fatalis would have been more worth. Yeah. Anytime that I would die, I would be like, why did I die? What did I do wrong? What could I have done better? Even if there's nothing you could do, think of something. That's like my go-to. That is how I personally improved at the game. I think a blink on Kali would have done him wonders here. It does also help the fact that I do commentary all the time, so whenever I do stupid shit, it's very easy to just call myself out, right? So I have that advantage. When is your blue spawning, friend? Not soon. We're gonna go Fatalis Silver Branch. Boom, boom. And we wait for his jump and then run the opposite direction. That is my biggest piece of advice for anyone trying to learn the game. Taking accountability is huge. Even when it's not your fault. And you know it isn't. Instead of immediately blaming teammates, immediately saying that the game's unfair. Just, you know. Just barely see that time. Look at that, we learned! Midgar would also be pretty decent here. Keeping our distance from him. Fatalis, as long as we use Fatalis appropriately, we might be okay. That's why Blink is better for Kali. In my opinion. She can get close to me, hit that stun, and then if she beads it, and then I beads it, for example. Thank you, sir. We're gonna keep hitting her. And then we're gonna sprint, just get a little closer. There's our beats. Boom. Run straight to the Phoenix, do as much damage as we can. Oh, it's already down. Ahaha. Forgot I got it. If you're truly trying to get better at a game, sitting around blaming other people, a lot easier said than done in Duel, but blaming others, yeah, like, I mean, I'm no saint either. Sometimes it's like, fuck me, man, you got like an ADC that's just inting their lane and specifically trying to make you lose. It's like, fuck, man, like, you know, it sucks. But in decent games, when you do die, just learn to take it with a grain of salt. Use it as a learning experience. Again, much easier said than done. Sorry I haven't been giving exact advice on tips in this specific matchup. I'm just trying to give general advice that I've found very useful throughout my career in Smite. Even before I was a YouTuber. And it helped me get to where I am today. We keep our distance, and then boom, we activate Fatalis and backstep. Even without Fatalis, Apollo still countered this matchup. Now he has faster cooldown, but he missed his 3. Can wait. Boop. There we go. Yeah, you hold him in wave, and the minions don't actually get him out of combat. GG's, boys! That's a good one. We got quite lucky, we'll say. The matchups, but GG. Alright, last game.
This forest needs protection.
Rama. Let's do it. Alrighty. The final game. I'll show you after somewhere. Alright. Rama versus Huyi. I feel like Griffin Wing is kind of the go-to. Just the early attack speed too is like Ikavol's a great item. It's just 20 power is really not that great for a starting item. There's too many counter items you need to buy as you go along. Give me a second, I'll explain it. I think Griffin Wing might still be the go-to overall. We're gonna go Horrific just because Rama doesn't have a CC immunity ability as opposed to his ultimate, so catching him off guard, slowing it down, securing our bounces will be ideal. But yeah, think about it. We go Griffin Wing into our defense item or our Azzy, into a counter item / penetration or an Azzy. Azzy's just very good right now, so it's worth buying in general. But if we were to go Ikavol after this, that means that if he had defense, we don't have penetration until this specific thing. And he has lifesteal, we don't have anti-heal until we get that Exy. Like, There's so many different variables. Alright, so Rama's gonna outclear us early game, so we're not gonna dash in. Typically, I like to one the wave and then jump in. But Rama with full passive is going to outclear us. Terrific's good too because he went shell.
Your middle tower is under attack.
He was quite a bit as one there. This Rama, you always have to pay attention to how much of the one's being used. Yeah, all those astral arrows. This wave, I will jump in. We're gonna focus the archers. There we go. Put them in place for that. Boom.
Gamers. My limit.
So yeah, typically I like to focus the archers because the archers can hit you from anywhere, right? Archers can hit you from anywhere. Melees can only hit you if they walk up to you. And if you aggro somebody and you're hitting archers, there's a decent chance that they're probably just gonna de-aggro by the time they even get to you. So if you're gonna keep focusing the archers, once you kill them,
I never knew we had such weapons.
even if you accidentally hit the opponent, again, the melees will go back to the wave, and then they have to walk back to you. So overall, archers are typically your go-to. That's the first thing you want to kill, if you can. They're a lot more worth. Especially with gold and ball sack. Please, dude, it's so much damage. Like, what is that? That's nuts. Da-da-da-da-da-da. You're dead. Oh. Could jump in here, but it is only 2 minutes. Alright, you got balls, kid. I'll give you that. You got balls. You got balls, kid.
These precision arrows will fly.
I shouldn't fucking phrase it like that, otherwise I'll be the next Dr. Disrespect. $99 damage as opposed to his 66. It's crazy. Hui and on her are crazy right now. Oh, what about? Let's go. I'll take it. I was dead either way. I was a little overexcited about the fact that I was doing so much damage. I wanted to pay attention to how much damage I was doing, and then I realized I was like, oh shit, he's hitting me decently hard as well. He's hitting more autos than I am. And then once I was in the air, I was like, well, fuck, I'm screwed. But no ult. I definitely have the upper hand. We have minions on him as well. I think we didn't horrific. Oh my god. Okay. Dodge his cripple shot. That's what matters. Whew. His defense. Kinda scaring me. You always gotta be careful about defense. Did you see how much tier 2 defense did for him there? Can he walk up? This is jump down. And he doesn't have beats, so we have to keep that in mind when we're trying to get our ult combo. We're not gonna jump over the wall. We can see him just start the blue. He knows that we can see him though. He has red, so whenever someone has red, definitely gotta, you know, take it back. Careful. We're in the back. We just saw him start his back. Bring on straight up. Finish for Azzy. A lot of people are opting to go defense before Azzy nowadays. We're not gonna get those last hits anyway, so We're in range of the XP. We're just gonna watch. Finished. Probably gonna get breastplate here. So he's hitting us for 89. Decently harder than we are. I'd go Berserkers if I was gonna get Silver Branch, which I'm guessing he's doing too. We have sustain, but he is out DPSing us, especially with red. Always be wary of red, always be wary of the 500 bot. It can make or break a game.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Possibilities on Bull Demon, but I doubt it. Timer. Back for seconds here to fill. Engage after this. But yeah, it's personal preference. I like to go Azzy first. Then my defense. So now we're hitting hard again because he doesn't have. Oof. Still, it's not easy. I bet his dash was just about to come up too. The best ways to juke Rama ults. We talked about it in the last video that I did.
Don't underestimate the strength of tree bark.
Go Aegis just in case. So, the best way to juke Rama ult, never just go like this and think that you're gonna just be so good and juke it. By walking back and forth, unless you're Medusa, walking in a specific direction, whether it be left, right, back, it's gonna slow you down. So holding W or holding up on your controller, walking in one direction and just continuing to change it like this is the most effective way to move in the game. Mainly for Rama ult, pay close attention. Don't do that. It's 3 arcs. No, fuck. Bolts down. Kinda confident that would hit. Got the blue though. Worth. Since we're not low, we could just do the comet, mids, and then our blue. I don't think he could steal it. Bunch of extra farm. Another thing we could go is crit, because it can't be countered with Wii passive. Oh my god. But to say Rama, there's no way he's invading us. Woo! But yeah.
These precision arrows will fly swiftly.
Yeah, Hui's... He counters clit. Kinda like me at the bar.
Your middle tower is under attack.
My passive is... never getting laid. I don't know. Fuck. I don't have a joke for it. No joking! Serious! We got the serious video. Joking is for the other videos. Slap! I should cut his dash though. My jump should last long enough so his ult runs out. Kinda have to stay here. He doesn't have his ult. As long as we focus the way, we should be fine. Last time we did this, I mean, we could have killed him, so. Boom. That way's clear. Rama does not have enough to stop me from just backing. Always gotta keep in mind the opponent's hit. And what he has in his arsenal. And the size of his balls. Only me, I would have dived that shit. Who you just does so much damage, man. I would have loved to have backed here. Finished an Rexsi. Can't miss red. Okay. Well, you can miss red if they fucking just juke you. You're supposed to your Rexsi over us. We're not looking to fight this. Here we are.
I never knew we had such weapons.
Anti-heal Rexsi. Up a bit with the Azzy. That's pretty much all we got to work with, too. But horrific combined with that will be nice. We have red buffer in it, too. Just definitely does not want to fight us. 500 pot would go hard here. Might as well do that. We're gonna pop it a little later, right as we fight, right before I see him, and I know we're gonna fight.
Your middle tower is under
Might not have been worth to go for those mids there. Gotten some extra tower poke. Whoa! Thought he backed. Got a harder autos hit now. No beads is bold. Holy shit! We're gonna ult this wave because we're kind of in a position here. Remember what I said about jumping kind of forces you in place? That was an example of it. I'm gonna go boomerang. I'm gonna go one crit item. Boomerang gives us the highest chance of higher crit percentage. And if he tries to counter it, it will not work with his crit based on my passive. Multi-potions could also go a long way here, but I think he just loses tower for that, unfortunately for him. He has a much better attack speed steroid than us. Which is another thing we have to keep track of. Woof!
your middle tower is under attack.
That fast attack speed is kicking our ass at the moment. I'm drinking this. I don't care. I don't even care. This is good though. This is a fun ADC match. Clearly knows what he's doing.
The hunter's mark.
Staying while we can. Chill till we have crit at least. Here we are. I think Boomerang's getting buffed next patch too. We have a pretty good match in our hands. Definitely backing around that corner. Always use our 2 to check around. Oh, see him back at base. Cool. A couple triple bounce spots. Triples are nice, but especially pre 9.5. It's more important to actually just hit you. Hit your one. Overall, we could finish with DV, force him into a spectral.
The hunter's
Caught his dash. Here we go. Yeah, just hitting a single one how important it is getting those few auto attacks off. He might have the attack speed on us by a decently large margin. But that stun, especially no beads is bold, very bold against 3E. I feel it's kind of necessary. Our ult's gonna be up before the next fight anyways, so there's no sense in not doing as much damage as we can. We're running away. We're out of ult range. Shouldn't kill at this point though. Should be good. So he's going around the corner. Okay. Well, we're gonna start up the DB only because he's going into some crit himself. That is gonna be the kicker for him. I can't be crit for more than 1 time per 3 seconds. So we're gonna hit a stinky dinky miss. We're just chilling till we get DB, pick up that red. That's what we need. This guy's playing well though. Hui's just a much stronger character. It's like on her versus Cern. It's not impossible to win Kurama. It's just quite a bit harder. I'm going that way. I'm stunned. Oh my god, I fucked up.
That was embarrassing for both of us.
Wow. That was just pure auto trading. Like, I can't be auto trading with him like that. That was before you had a crit. Auto trading like that, I have to keep my distance and poke him. Hit him with a 1, auto attack a couple times, work off of that. If we're going purely off auto trades, it's probably going to be hitting more autos than me. With his attack speed and more damage with the Silver Branch.
Your Titan is under attack.
We do have a much better crit item now, though. With 50% crit chance at least. It's gonna be bad for him. His Aegis is down. He can ult my ult, which is his saving grace at the moment. This should still be in the bag, though. We're gonna get a 500 pot. Personally, I think that is more worth an upgraded Aegis. He's moving up to clear that wave early, which is smart. Overcapping Pen a little bit. In the wave there. And there we go. GG's. Well played by him, though. Thank you so much for watching the try-hard, fucking sweaty-ass Saturday. We played a lot of ADCs. That was the whole goal of today. We got some good games, actually. I was really happy with that one. I got played very well. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave the video a like, leave the channel subscribe, and I will see you next time, guys. Peace.